Hi everyone! Alright, so welcome to week 38. I can't believe that I'm still doing these weekly updates. It feels like he should be here. I know I still technically have 2 more weeks until my due date, but I kind of thought that he would be showing up early, but nonetheless he is definitely still inside my belly. And yeah, so this is 38 weeks. The baby's size this week, he's starting off the size of a pumpkin, and by the end of the week he is going to be one of my cravings. A watermelon. That is just incredible. That there's a watermelon, officially a watermelon underneath my shirt by the end of the week, if we make it that far. But that's just super cool, and yeah, he's definitely feeling like he's almost the size of a watermelon. He's feeling huge in my belly, he's feeling heavy, and his movements are getting a little bit more uncomfortable every single day. But I'm just thankful that he's getting stronger and stronger. So, but yeah. Pumpkin to a watermelon, that is crazy. As for my cravings this week, I don't really have any new cravings per se. My main craving is chocolate, and like I've said before, it's sort of taken different forms. You know, chocolate chip cookies, macaroons at one point, glacé raisins at another point, and this week it's taken the form of Mars bars. But not just like regular Mars bars, they have to be frozen. Probably because it is freaking hot out right now, and I am just dying of the heat, so the cold chocolate is just really nice. But yeah, so frozen Mars bars, I'm loving those right now. As far as my symptoms are concerned for this week, I do have a couple of symptoms that are changing, and it's kind of exciting that new things are cropping up. Makes me think that things are happening. I've had a definite increase in Braxton Hicks contractions, and there will be times during the day when they actually have a sort of pattern to them. Not pattern, but they're, you know, instead of like 1 or 2 or 3 a day random times, I might go through a phase where I'll have one every 10 minutes. And then I won't again for, you know, a few hours, but then I'll have like 2 or 3, you know, that are 10 minutes apart or 5 minutes apart or whatever. So they're starting to show more of a pattern, which is really exciting. They're still Braxton Hicks contractions. They're not regular contractions as of yet. But yeah, so I think that's pretty exciting. And the other thing that is exciting, that tells me that things are starting to happen, is I've had and this is a bit TMI, so my apologies for that. Just fast forward it maybe a minute or 2 if you don't want TMI. But I've noticed a change in my CM, in my cervical mucus. It's gone from sort of just like the consistency that it's been through this entire pregnancy. It's changed to be more of what it's like during your fertile time of your cycle, that raw egg white CM. I've been starting to get some of that. I actually thought that maybe it might be like bits of my mucus plug coming out, but in anything that I've looked up, everyone says like, you will know when it's your mucus plug, and I really don't think it is. I think it's just CM. But nonetheless, that's different. That's different than the CM that I've been having this whole pregnancy. So that tells me that things are starting to change down there. So that's really awesome. Okay, so this past week I had another doctor's appointment. I'm having them every week now, and it was a really sort of in and out doctor's appointment. Not much to really talk about. She checked my weight, which I forgot again to check my weight here at my house. But at my doctor's office I started off at 123, and at the appointment the other day, when she weighed me I was 161. So 2 pounds from 40 pounds, but whatever. It is what it is. Pregnancy is almost over, so I'm probably not going to gain a whole bunch more, but nonetheless, 161 at my doctor's office. She checked his heart rate and everything's fine. She checked his position, he's still head down, and everything looks great. I did ask her to check me, and before she even got in there to check, she asked me if I wanted to have my membrane swept, or have a membrane sweep or whatever, and I declined. I actually posted that to my Facebook that I was thinking about maybe having a membrane sweep, and I got a lot of people saying that it didn't really do anything for them. It actually put them, you know, into a slow, painful labor. So I would rather not have that, so I declined having that sweep done. Just at this stage anyways, let's just see what happens naturally. I may change my mind when I go in for my 39-week appointment if I'm still not, if I still haven't had him. But nonetheless, I declined the sweep. But she did check me, and 2 weeks before I was checked when she did the Group B swab, whatever, test, and I was tightly closed and long, and so at this appointment at, maybe it wasn't 36 weeks, it was 35 weeks, in any event, 2 weeks before, whatever. This time my cervix is still long, but it's softer than it was before, and she said that I'm a forced 1 centimeter, meaning she can force her finger to make it a centimeter, but on its own it's probably more like a ½ centimeter. So that's not a whole lot of progress, obviously, but I'm okay with that. It's still showing that, you know, something is happening down there, that things are moving along. But I totally get that I could be this for another 2 or even 3 weeks, or, you know, I could go into labor today. So it's not really a, yeah, could be either or. But nonetheless, ½ centimeter dilated on my own, but a forced 1 centimeter, so that is really cool. After the exam I did have some spotting, which is the first time I've ever spotted during an exam, and since I've been having kind of like cervical twinges, I guess, ever since. This appointment was on Tuesday, and today's Saturday, so I've been having these twinges off and on since then. The spotting only lasted like till the next day, and then it stopped. But yeah. So I thought that was pretty productive. This coming week I have an appointment with a high-risk doctor at the hospital. I'm going to be put onto monitors, so they're actually going to see if I'm contracting and just like not feeling it. And I also have another appointment with my regular doctor, so I have 2 doctor's appointments coming up this week. Yeah, and I'm finishing pre-registering at the hospital on Monday when I go in for my high-risk doctor's appointment, so I'm just kind of hoping that he holds off until then so that at least I can get all the registering like out of the way and I won't have to worry about it if I go into labor. I kind of don't think that it's going to happen before then, just because it's kind of close. But Jason has baseball this weekend, and he's just hoping that I hold out until, like today's Saturday. Tomorrow is like the tournament's championship game, like probably tomorrow around 5 o'clock. And he's just hoping that, you know, if they do well in this tournament, that, you know, I'll hold out or Ewan will hold out until after the championship game, just in case they make it to the end. So that's all we're hoping for. What else? That's it. That's it for my 38-week update. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but yeah, things are moving along, and I feel like things are changing with my body, and it sort of feels like imminent that that he's going to be here. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 39 weeks. I kind of feel like he's going to be here like 38 weeks and 3 or 4 days is kind of my prediction, and we'll have to see. I will absolutely keep you guys updated if I go into labor. Best way to like keep in contact would be to add me on Facebook. First name Amy, last name Turtle Ames. I'll absolutely be updating via Facebook if I go into labor or anything else. So if you want to add me on there, just send me a message, maybe let me know what your YouTube name is. That would be awesome if you could do that. But other than that, that's it. Let's go look at this belly. Alright, so it's time for the 38-week belly. Whoa! It is amazing how big your belly can get when you're pregnant. It's just, it's its own entity. Alright, there's baby boy. Stretch marks are, oh sorry, they're still red from where they've extended out, but I haven't gotten any new ones. I think this side is a bit worse. I haven't got any new stretch marks per se, but right here I have a little incision mark from where I had my laparoscopy, I think is how you say it, when they checked to see if my tubes were clear when we were still trying to conceive. And I noticed that I have a little stretch mark kind of coming up from it. It's not super dark or anything, but it is there. But that's the only other stretch mark that's new that I've noticed. But yeah, belly, I feel pretty big. When I see people now, it's like, oh, you're due any day now. I'm like, yep, I am. Oh, and a funny story is I actually, I said before that like random strangers like to talk to me now that I'm pregnant and say, oh, you know what, whatever they like to say. And I don't mind, but I had a comment from someone, I can't remember who it was that said it, but they said that I should say, what, I'm pregnant? You know, the next time someone says that. And I finally got to use that line just, I think 2 days ago. I was at the grocery store and a lady just literally stopped dead in her tracks and she's just like, you're pregnant. And I looked down at my belly and I'm like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. Thank you for telling me. Luckily she was a good sport and she thought it was funny rather than me being rude. But I'm so happy that I finally got to use that line. It was hilarious. So just thought I would share that little tidbit. But yeah, that's it for 38 weeks. Not sure if you're going to have a 39-week update or not, but either way you will be updated. And but yeah, check me out on Facebook once again if you want to be updated right in the moment. Amy, last name Turtle Ames. Fastest way to get information. But yeah. If I do go to 39 weeks, I will see you next week for week 39. Okay, bye for now.